Rolling the way down, not breathe your hand.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Accents here again, and we are going to dive into a new project today. It is also an oil paint. I'm leaving acrylic for a little bit because I kind of like started with acrylic anyways, and I can say I'm a little better and I know a little bit more when it comes to acrylic, but with the oil paint I really want to be able to really master that, and kind of gives you like more room to work in a sense, because you can still change stuff as you go if you don't like it, instead of packing paint on top of each other. I think so. We are going to dive into this work behind me. I did sketch it first before I put it on there. Usually in my paintings, I like to start with whatever is less intimidating to me, and in this case, it was the plant. So all I had to do was to trace the plants because I already had marked them with my pen. So I traced them, and then later down the line, I will be filling them in. And I usually like to do this so that I can try to like stay in between the lines as well, and to help me with filling the canvas first before I go ahead and paint the entire thing.
Rolling the way down, not breathe your hand. You only can rescue me. This is my breath. If you are mine, if you are mine, with your hand. You only can rescue me. This is my prayer. If you
Hey everyone, I did start the painting on Saturday night. Usually I like to paint when there's light. Now it's the winter, there's not much lighting. Sometimes I do use artificial lighting, which means my ring light and everything, but sometimes it's not enough. I rather paint early in the mornings because, you know, with the winter, not much sunlight and stuff like that, but I can still have a little bit of light, so it's better for me to see. We are gonna continue with the painting today, but before I do that, I kind of want to varnish my oil paint. One thing about it though, the varnish that I got, it says it's for acrylic, but when I go online, they did say that you could use it for oil. So I do have like a old oil paint that I showed you guys in my previous video. I'm going to figure out if I can varnish it. Oh, you guys can see my ghetto lamp. The lamp thing, I have it on my stuffed animal because yeah, it was not gonna fit here, and I do want the space because it's a pretty small space. One day I definitely will do a little tour. Believe it or not, this is like the other half of my living room. For now, let's get into varnishing. I kind of love to have music when I work because it kind of like soothes me a little bit. Asking myself, should I hang this here? This would be cool. One day I probably will have a tour of the paintings that I have. I might as well do like a mini painting tour right now. This one is a good one, but the issue that I have with it, I did use, you know, when I just started painting, I was actually using the Dollar Tree paints with the Dollar Tree canvases because I was like, oh shoot, let's just start painting. And I used to just go to Dollar Tree and get those Dollar Tree paints. I still have them actually. I use them for my backgrounds. This one is not that old. It's pretty recent. It's been like a month since I've done this. I think a month or two. My issue with this though is actually cracking. I don't know if you guys can see the cracks. It's like cracks right here, and right here. I think I said that in my previous video. I was never a painter. I never did much with paint. I do things with crayons and pencils, and I try to venture out with painting, and it's been pretty cool so far. I've been painting for about 8 months now. This is one of my early works before I started this whole different channel. This one was one of my first ones that I actually painted on a big canvas because most of my early works was done on small canvases. I made it out of like a desperate need to take my power back. I was somebody that always had like this thing for art, but it was always suppressed because of how you know, how I grew up. Obviously the whole connotation behind art is like, yeah, it doesn't make you money and stuff like that. I kind of like wanted to take my power back in terms of that because this is part of me, and I was so tired of suppressing it. Every single time I kept getting back to it, but I was kind of like a little scared to really embrace it fully. And I started with self-improvement stuff and things like that, and it popped up again, and I was just like, well, it is just meant to be. This one right here is actually one of my favorite, and I just like it because it kind of reminds me of home a little bit, and it's also painted in my favorite color. the one that I showed you guys previously, this one was made out of anger. Tired of just sitting here and taking things from people, and I kind of like created this as a token of my anger so that I could be able to process it. And once that happened, I actually processed it, and I kind of realized that, you know, things happen for a reason, and sometimes you just gotta let it go. This also is actually one of my favorites. This can be interpreted in so many ways. That's kind of like one of the reasons why I like it. With this one, I actually was doing it out of me embracing the good and the bad parts of myself. I just wanted to embrace every part of me and just be me authentically without having to do too much. You know, sometimes we could say that we are authentic and everything, but we still have like restraint on ourselves and on other people's perceptions of us. This one, that was the painting that kind of like changed everything for me. I would love to recreate this painting very soon. This really altered my brain and kind of like made me know that I really can do this. I can do it. Everything is just about mindset and practice. You know, when it comes to a hobby, all you need is really practice. You don't really need to know everything right away. I will soon recreate this one as well, specifically with all of the knowledge that I have now, and I have better materials, and maybe use this actual canvas for something else. I need to start learning how to repurpose my canvases. Currently continuing the painting, specifically the plant. I wanted to make the stems, but you know, with oil paint, it actually, you know, does not dry pretty fast. So it was kind of giving me a little bit of issues when I tried making the stems. So I went and got myself a painting knife. You will be seeing that later down the line, so that I can be able to make finer lines and, you know, have the stems pop a little bit more. I decided to go with black so that you can actually see the color difference because of how the greens were. Here in this clip, I'm adding highlights, everything that can give the plants dimension. So far, it kind of looks like the varnish is fine. It's actually not completely dry, so I'm still gonna wait a little bit and see the difference. It looks like it's fine, but you know, sometimes you just gotta be like extra careful. One thing that I wanted to say though, oh my god, I chipped this. I'm only doing things that kind of like makes me feel good in a sense, not really how it's supposed to be, but how I feel like it is supposed to be. you guys? How you guys doing? This is the day after. So yesterday I kind of like took a day off from painting. I kind of wanted to edit some videos. I actually ended up taking that whole day to edit. Today we are getting back into the painting, and really today I really do want to be able to be halfway done. I definitely need a little bit more. Oh, okay, so one thing that I actually wanted to mention, I'm actually going to add acrylic. I wanted to do the top of the candle gold because I'm looking at the candle that I have right now sitting in my living room, and the top is gold. So this initially was my inspiration.
Someone that said them run a crime empire. Man fear fire. Shot got them banner. Give them the right to still away. No them a war and that's not good for them health.
In my mind, I don't wanna pick up. We know enough will never be enough. I play out the cash, she keep calling my bluff. Baby diving deeper and deeper. She don't believe me when I tell her that I need her. Guess I should've stayed with her.
It's coming together. I feel like it's actually giving me the 3D that I kind of wanted. The fire is not straight, okay? I want it to be like deep, like the illusion of it being deep. I should start a line right here. Boom. And it goes like this. So the fire shouldn't be here, the fire should be here. The fire should be around here instead of here. If I am painting over something, I usually take a picture of it so that I can remember where it's supposed to be. Oh, this is one thing also that I need to learn. I need to learn proportions. I sometimes go by eye, but sometimes by eye is not the best. Hold on. This is not even straight. We'll figure it out. Today is the next day and I'm actually going to continue the painting. Yesterday I was able to do the cat, some part of the chimney, the wood, which I'm very proud, and also the back wall. Got our tea, got some chamomile tea going on over here. The lighting is not quite good, specifically at night. That's technically why I don't really like filming and painting at night. I started tonight's session with the window. I thought that white would be a good color for it, and here I'm blending everything. I added a little bit of gray so that it can give me like that 3D effect, the same as the fireplace, and it came out pretty well. So now this is where things started going crazy. I was trying to blend the paint on the canvas. I didn't blend it like on a separate sheet. So I was trying to do the dark to light method, and it was just not working for me. I ended up, liking it at the end, and I was using this mirror that I saw as a drawing at Walmart when I went there earlier.
Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I deserve all the pain that you put me through. Really hate that I give a fuck. Pressing my mind, I don't wanna pick up. We know enough will never be enough. I play out the cash, she keep calling my bluff. Baby diving deeper and deeper. She don't believe me when I tell her that I need her. Guess I should've stayed where I belong.
Okay, so now we are going towards the fireplace. So we're doing the fire. While I'm doing it, I'm putting the orange, and I'm noticing that the orange is not as deep as the black, obviously. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna fix this because it's like see-through basically, and it was just giving me the aches. So what I did, I actually started layering it, and I added thicker layers. On top of having thick layers, I also try to make it like with different textures so that it can look kind of like a 3D version as well. And for the background, I use acrylic because I kind of wanted to have it dry pretty quickly so that I could go with oil on top of it and add the lines so that it can have dimension and stuff like that. You see I'm using like a gray oil paint, and now I'm also using a white oil paint so that I can have it more defined, and I smudged it a little bit so that it can look like the fireplace has been used. I'm also adding white on the wood so that it can be used as ash, you know make it look a little realistic, I guess. And yes, smudging everything and everything like that. At the end it kind of worked out. It turned out pretty well, and I'm very satisfied. I have been working on this painting for a while now, so it's been about a week. Usually that's actually how long it takes me, specifically if I take a lot of pauses, which I did because I'm working with oil painting. I do like to take pauses. I kind of want it to be at least like 40% to 50% dry. Today we are finishing it. I kind of like messed up a little bit. I added oil up in there with no paint and things like that, so now it's like all droopy. I don't know how to fix it, so I'm just gonna let it dry by itself. We have this side right here that I need to put the floor, the white. I gotta fill in the whites on here, and we are actually going to do the floor marble. And I want to add, like you guys can see, let's go up a little bit. I want to add a little bit of accents to this one, so probably will be putting like small little dots on here that would be maybe pink. I'm gonna see how I could make it look like that. I did have a reference picture for the fire as well. Kind of did not turn out the same way, but they actually was using sticks instead of actual paint, so that was my reference picture. Yeah, don't look the same, but hey. I literally just dropped this whole canvas and messed this up.
The right diaper for your wild child. Your diaper.
Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are interested in seeing more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy your journey, and see you guys in my next one.